The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Do 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 do. Gotta put my phone back into certain modes. Got to bless technology. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. All right. Survey says. Da 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 da. Success. Hello, technology. How are you today? I'm doing fine. Hi, guys. All right. Now, if we can get my camera to respond properly, life will be great. Interesting. Hey, Jay. It's going all right. Apparently, we're having some minor technical difficulties with technology, but you know what? Life goes on. It's trying to say I'm not here. So, it's like, hello. Open sesame. Refresh? Is there a refresh button? I mean, if I'm not here, life goes on. You know, big whoop. We can just take that off. Since that decided not to cooperate, we're just going to make that work. We're just going to go ahead and, you know, cross that bridge when we come to it. Just going to work on other things. So, in case you guys missed it, this is what I worked on earlier today. Then I went ahead and added some more to it a little bit after that. Dun 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 dun. And then, of course, I went and did other things and worked on other things. But I decided to put off the swamp thing until a little bit later today. Translation, probably right about now. So I figured let's go ahead and just jump on into it. Since my technology does not want to cooperate. Oh no, man down. Man, everything is just not cooperating today. All right. And then back again to remind myself of things. Go back to the book. Back to the book. Okay. Cool. Cool. Trying to figure out things for myself, I guess you could say. Which, the swamp thing and the man thing? No, these ones are for me. Hey, Tones. I figure we worked on man thing already. Let's go ahead and have a nice little counterpart. Of the swampy variety. Connecting stream. Connect software to go live. I am connected. Why does technology not like me today? Huh? We got plenty of reception here, so I don't know what's going on. Testing. There we go. Hey, Justin. Yeah. I've been having dreams. Let's see. Do a little closer zoom in, shall we? How do we draw a swamp thing? Basically, we draw a gorilla. Do 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 do. Kind of. I guess as it is, I tried doing the camera so you could actually see me, but as I went live, it suddenly decided that it didn't want to work. So dealing with that problem, like it's literally showing I'm not at my desk, and I'm like, well, this is the same camera. So, you know, a little bit here and there. I like being able to actually have this camera off so that I can go in and go, here, we can zoom in and see the details while I'm coloring, or, you know, take the focus off of just me drawing a little bit and focus on the little cute guys or the art pens or whatever have you. Some sort of distraction while I'm drawing. But, you know, at the same time, it's the perils of tech where it's like, hey, you know, I got a choice. I can either have the art on stream, you know, or me on stream. And it's like, well, let's see. We're going to go with the lesser of the two evils and focus on the artwork. So, thank you for asking. I look fly. I look good. Do, 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 do. Let's see, I am cheating because I drew last night, and I was like, I don't remember everything from my character breakdowns that I wanted to focus on. I wanted to have the sunken eyes. That, of course, but I was like, how do I make this so it's not just like, oh, it's just a green apocalypse. Okay, we wanted a little bit of chin. Definitely wanted to have those sunken cheekbones. Okay. Give it a little bit of fur. Track vampires and one can't. I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm pale, but I'm not that pale. But I kind of get what you're saying. The Grinch. I'm the Grinch. Two, three, four. If you can hear any of the noise from downstairs, that is my sister using speakerphone to talk to people. But 'tis what it is. good. The TV show of Swamp Thing. You mean the new one, dude, or the one from before? Hey, Esmeralda. Because it's like technically, I remember both. I watched the newest one, and they apparently just started putting it up on CW for free. I guess they sub licensed it or something. Good stuff. And in case you guys missed it, basically we're just adding in, to the, gotta have a fun little Strange Adventures counterpart to this bad boy. So, you know what? I think I'll leave that up here while I'm making, just so I have a nice counter for myself, I guess. And be like, yes, we want to make sure everything looks good. All right. I think if I did, I think I watched it like it was a movie. Like it's like super bright and sunshiny most of the time. Like, I always I have to reference this. It seems like most of the time, but in the '90s I was primarily in the UK and I was still a kid, so it was a lot of stuff we didn't really watch as a family. Like I think our entirety of it was like maybe Remington Steele and things like that. But yeah, yeah. I've been having dreams. I wanted them to happen. How's everyone's weekend so far? Elsewise. Again, I'm out of practice with the whole talking, so bear with me while I figure that out. Yeah, I'm debating whether or not to go and drop these off in the next couple of days over to CBCS and officiate my artist account a little bit more, instead of just the one piece so far. I was like, you know what, this way I can have a couple, but more than just the one. Hmm. Make it a little bit more brambly. Wheel of Time. See, I got into one episode of Wheel of Time like night before last, right before I came on stream, and I just couldn't do it. Hold on, pardon me. Water good. Okay, let's see if we can get this microphone, this camera working here. Personalize. Enable preview. Yes, why would I not want a preview? That's insane. Properties. Default. Flipped vertically. Configure video. Activate. Let's try this again. There we go. Hello. Hey everybody. Round 2, shall we? Apparently I had to go back and deactivate it, then reactivate it. First world problems. See, I thought I had some pacing issues personally, but, you know, could be worse. All right, I can't hold that and ink simultaneously. It's a first world problem, but me artist, me draw things, not draw and hold artwork while drawing. Let's see. But I've maybe drawn these two characters twice so far. Maybe 3 times when it comes to Man-Thing. Yeah, 2 minis for Man-Thing, and then like a commission one, and then one just for me. And then, let's see. And then I did a commission last year, ironically, for Comics Elite. But it was, I don't know, remember who it was for. But it was, they wanted both characters on there. And at the time, I was being, let's say, encouraged to get like 75 pieces done within like a week and a half. And now I'm more in the lines of going, hey, look, I will make sure that the quality is there and take a little bit more time for certain pieces. So, some things I can knock out no problem. Do 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 do. How else do you do stuff through CE? So we do the head jam stuff literally once a year. Like we do that at Indiana Comic Con, and that's it. Only because it's the only time when there's a bunch of artists there that are, you know, in the area, including myself, that do these kinds of streams. As far as like doing the cheap headshot ones. But as far as actual commissions for them, I pretty much only open them up there for them, quite literally when I'm in town. So it's kind of you know, in tandem to each other. Like the next time I'll be there will be when we do a variant launch. Spoilers, but elsewise, yeah, no, I don't very often, not very often. Yeah, man, sorry. That's why, you know, we try to make it, because it's one of those things where it's like we're all working there, and there were originally supposed to be like 2 or 3 other artists there as well. So, like, it could have been alternating, but apparently, one of them had some sort of hand issues, or she just decided she, you know, couldn't make it, which happens, you know. Sometimes we have commissions and stuff, but that's why it was just Tristan, Cameron, and me, you know, for that week, that night. Like we were all supposed to be there at a certain time, like right as the show ended. But life goes on. Yeah, because I'm out in Texas and Cameron's in Missouri. Say Tristan's the only one who's Indianapolis local. I mean, that's the thing too. Is like commissions through them. Obviously, there's. I mean, without getting into it, it's like it's great because they handle from our end. They handle all the shipping, and they go and deal with CBCS, and go and deal with that and make sure everything gets sent and shipped off to you guys. And you're going to pay a premium for that service, much like we do. So in that capacity, but yeah. I mean, other than that, I do the batches of books. I got another batch of 50 here to work on for them. And, take it from there. But, most of the time we're always going to be like, hey, you can always hit us up. Let us know if you're interested in something. Because the magic of the internet algorithms is always going to mess with whenever we open up things. So it's like finding those keywords, like, hey, blah de blah de blah. Open for business. I'm gonna zoom this in a little more. My phone is going, you're slow charging. I'm like, yes, I'm aware. I'm not trying to. What's great too with Comics Elite though is that they have the books, so we don't have to go out and like buy a bunch of books. For when those situations arise. Every once in a while, you'll have a problem where it's like, here's this Wolverine from 2013, or 2011, excuse me, in this particular instance, where it's like, well, good thing I brought my paint with me, because otherwise I would not have been able to work on this book at all. Do 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 do. Are we frozen? Nope, just having a little bit of a lag apparently. Refreshing comments. $75 in a week. Man, talk about delays. Yeah, that was a while ago. That person is no longer at the handling that side of things. So but I was also told I couldn't talk to people. So, anyways, during that time, I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's like, you're good. We got this. Us artists are sensitive people. We'll take our fair share of punishment where we can, though. You know. Okay. And And it's like some days I'll have good days, but you know, but I am not post my injury, especially. I'm not as fast as I used to be. Am I going to do any live sales? Well, yes and no. The goal, of course, is to have that, but I don't want to be trying to compete with anybody else's as far as that sounds weird. So part of it's going to be if somebody's interested, they can always reach out and be like, hey, I want to claim. But if it's not, then that stuff's going to be, I'll figure it out. Is the shortest version of it. I'm like, I'll figure it out. I'm still, like I said, trying to get into this whole the breed of being on camera while drawing again. And it's unusual for me after most of last year, where it's like, all right, hang on. Kind of like getting back into doing Comic Cons. When I first did that Raleigh show earlier this year, I did not. That one where I lost my phone inside the Uber, and then my friend had to lend it and all that other fun stuff. I felt like I felt like I lived in Ohio or something. I was like, oh God, it's Chris Enoch. He's passed it on to me. I say that lovingly. He's one of my best friends, or better friends rather, in this community. It's just, sometimes there's that man has had some of the worst luck when it comes to shows and things. Exhibit A, Baltimore, his phone literally died as he got to the city, and the amount of stuff that we have to do with our phones at shows is ridiculous. But yeah, short version, his phone literally died, and then we had to play how do we navigate through that. Well, I appreciate it, man. I try when I can, at least. Let's go ahead and zoom this back out a little bit. But yeah, Jay, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll figure out whether or not, which style will work better. Because some things work for other people a lot more efficiently. You hold off for a couple of weeks, and here's a bunch of new stuff that's available. And sometimes it's opening up commissions. And I have a lot of tentative commissions, I guess is the best way to put it. A bunch of people that were like, hey, man, if you draw this, I'll buy it. And it was like, I put every single one of those on the back burner. Because everything that's been paid, is what takes priority. As soon as I get that energy up. Like Tones, for example, his piece takes priority. been having dreams. My sister's musical choices. I'm happy too, man. Those were a lot of fun to do. Like, the Banshee and everything took a little longer than I anticipated, only because it was like, oh, I can knock this out, no problem. And then I just, was back to back to back shows. Sounds like an excuse, but it's just one of those things where it was like, man, just threw me for a loop. Because I used to be able to do shows and do commissions, but the things that would fall to the wayside, when they fell hard, like 3 or 4 months. We were like, crap. So, lesson learned. Waiting for the right blank. Oh, yeah? I'm like, eventually it'll show up. Eventually. I've been there. Well, I mean, it's like, you probably can see just the edge of it right now. I'm going to angle this just a little bit. If you see that over there, all of those are full of blanks too. So I'm ready. I'm ready to start knocking them out and being like, hey, somebody come take these off my hands. So we'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, I'll have a bunch of stuff for claims at Comic Cons next year. But I got to work on things. Get everything ready to lock and load. I would like to be in that here's the stuff that's distributed world a lot more. Brought to you by Thirst. All right, let's angle you a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually did take a good rest. By that I mean probably like a week and a half, because it was only 14 shows back to back, but it was enough that it was like, wow. And it's always weird because they're like, oh, you only have to work on the weekends, and I've made that what's the word I'm looking for? Stroking out on words here. That whole, hey, so yeah, it'll be like a day of traveling, plus this, and then you got to do the orders, then you got to do this, then you got to go home and mow the lawn. And so sometimes people forget those things, but not you guys, obviously. But you'd be surprised. Every once in a while, people are like, oh, you only work 1 or 2 days. I'm like, yeah, but then I got like an 8-hour travel day that starts at 4 a.m. in the morning, just to land in, insert state name and work. And then go set up for the show. And I used to be fueled by like just taurine and caffeine and pre-workout, and I was like, it's fine, I got this. And then I just crash hard for a day or two after a show, and it was just a never-ending cycle. And we're like, we're done with that noise, all of that noise. add more black to this and lines once we get some actual color into this thing. I am the green, protector of the green. Does anybody remember what was going on with the what was it, the state? The state was like not allowing them to film anymore because they weren't getting like $3 million to film, just permission to film from the state or something like that. I'm trying to remember what was going on with the newest Swamp Thing show. There was some petty drama related to that. They don't see all the behind the scenes personal. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly. My work hours last week to 5 a.m. to 3 a.m. Getting up at 3:15 is good and bad. Yeah, I can imagine. Yep. Yeah, during this week alone, I've been moderating, I guess you could call it, trying to alternate my sleep schedule a little bit. But it's got me waking up at like 10 a.m. right now, you know, and like today, let's just say I woke up much later than that. I was like, wow, okay, well, we need to work on that a little bit. All right, I think we can go ahead and give this. He's like, yep, no, it's good. Nope. Let's add a little bit more. I've been having dreams. All right. I wanted this to happen. Soft erase first, then a little harder. Just to make it a little, because I don't want that black to go gray and have to redo all of it. It's like, it's too much work. Too much. It's too much, I tell you. It's too much. Do 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 do. All right, let us see. Warner Brothers and HBO. Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing, is sometimes it's getting into the schedule, and I still haven't figured out what I want my schedule to be as far as doing shows is concerned. For live streaming, that is. I still haven't decided remotely, because it's one of those, well, this could work and this could work. I would like to get into a mode where I record 1 or 2 a week, and then, you know, maybe like go on live with you guys while it's being streamed or something, and like release it simultaneously to like YouTube or whatever have you. But because I need to start creating time-lapse videos for Instagram and YouTube. Instagram especially, but definitely some TikTok and a few other things. Because unfortunately, basically they're all going that way, where it's like they're not going to give a crap about whether or not you post a picture of the artwork you worked on. They're going to want to, you know, they want you to put the video up. You know, like, hey, what's your content? You know, how long can you keep people on this format? So I just need to get into this habit of going, all right, cool, here we go. Here is your video of the week. And so naturally, of course, what that means, I'll just have to balance and adjust that time with what I create. And be like, all right, well, here we are. We're making a giant-sized man thing and a swamp thing. And then, go offline and go work. Go work on some things for other people. Yep, that's what I thought. I was like, that's probably a little too dark for the actual skin, but it's kind of perfect for what I want to do here. I am the green. Plus, I think some people are morning people. Hey, Christian, how are you, dude? 10-second videos make you a millionaire. Well, it's not so much the millionaire, but 10 seconds in reality is 8 hours, right? And you're like, what's going on? We're like, here I am working. Gotta let it dry for a second so you can create those layers. Wanted it to happen. So I tried a airbrush for the first time a couple of days ago on one of these feeds, and it lasted me literally maybe 2/3 of a piece. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So now I have an electric air compressor since the can. Supposedly this one's only electric, so it doesn't require an air compressor unit on top of that. But I gotta see if it'll convert for the Copic holder, and if not, then I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of vials to put all my Copic ink in, which is its own monsters. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. I'm doing okay. Working. Trying to readjust, especially because like this last 2 or 3 weekends are been a couple of really major shows, and I'm trying to force myself not to be like trying to get into them. And then like another week or two comes the Reed Pop shows, and I'm like, look, you got to focus on one thing or another. So. Well, there's a moment of deja vu I didn't expect. Must mean that I'm doing something right. That paint base would help. Yeah, it would. Especially time and as odd as it is, the old adage is always going to be time and money, time and money. So it's like, look, if I can do a soft background behind all of this, for example, and do like a soft shading, you know, and not have to actually go in and fill all of this area and then go over it again and again and again. You know, even this technique here is, you know, layering, but at the same time it's like, you know, it's a painting technique, but at the same time it's one of those things where it's like just time spent instead of going in and doing the green and then doing a light shade of green on the outside of it. Little things reflect well, and little things not so much. But I could take this green and do a soft into a yellow and little things like that. Little things, little things. All right, we're going to take a brief break from that. We're going to zoom in a little bit more. You guys can see what's going on there a little bit clearer. I represent the green. Rah, 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 rah. I will say this, out of the coinciding with the whole New 52 storyline, the one storyline that I was actually really kind of like, I want to get into this because the artwork is really speaking to me, but then like I couldn't because the book was just, the plot just did not make any sense, was Animal Man with Rot World and Swamp Thing. Like it was just like, I wanted it to be so good and it just did not deliver the way it should have. But first world problems. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-doo. The outcome is phenomenal. Well, I appreciate that, man. Oh, I forgot to erase. Oh well, first world problems. Forgot to erase my tree guidelines, and now I can't access that green. So, guess what? We're going to add a few more green lines over here now. With the dead pen. We're going to go ahead and refill that later. dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. My favorite storylines. I think Brightest Day was definitely up there as far as favorites. And Blackest Night. Emerald Dawn. I was really into Green Lantern for a while. Favorites artwork wise, probably gotta chalk up the Clone Saga, because just the amount of extreme artists that they were trying to use through that series. They were really trying to be like, look, we get it. Everybody liked Todd. Todd's gone. Let's try this style. Let's try this style. Let's try this style. They were just trying to get anybody they could to rock those books and try new people. And then they really in the 90s, I think, came up with a bunch of new characters. Villain wise, Cardiac and Carry On and Banshee and just a bunch of different characters that just did not get used anymore. But they actually had storylines. Like there was this whole Vermin run, but I didn't really get into books until like early 2000s when I finally started having my own monies, from allowances or jobs or whatever have you. So it was more about picking up trades where I could. But single issues, those were the ones I was collecting. But that I like the concept of the Clone Saga. Not the Clone Saga, excuse me, the Amalgams. Because it was like, look, these guys were willing to put aside everything and do like a versus battle 3 or 4 times, and then they were like, screw it, let's go ahead and combine everybody together, see what happens. And those books are just, they're just a testament that, look, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you have a fan base that will support what you create. But that whole unlimited access Clone Saga thing, anything with concept art that I can really I keep saying Clone Saga, Amalgam. Anything where you can actually go in and just change the game and make a costume work. I'm not saying like change the costume every single day or anything like that, but at the same time, it's not bad. It works. If it, don't knock it. If it don't work, if it works, don't knock it. English speaks sometimes. Ghost Josh. Did I disappear suddenly again? What happened? But they did characters that didn't make any sense. I got majority. I'm missing like 2 copies, only because I only really collect reader copies with the Amalgam books. I'm missing Spider-Boy and the Legion of Superheroes, and then I want to say one of the X-Factor ones. I gotta look back. I gotta look and see, but I think I'm literally just missing like 1 or 2. But feed is really laggy, huh? Well, that's annoying. Sorry about that. It's showing is pretty steady here. Being a ghost and drawing. That's a good question. I do not know. Probably I started using words. I probably started using words that they were like, you can't use those words when discussing us. I was like, I'm not seeing any bandwidth issues here. That's weird. Sorry about that. Every once in a while, stuff like that will happen. I don't know why. It's amazing what you can do with layering 3 or 4 colors, huh? It's like it's all just a bunch of greens slapped on top of each other. Like, it's more than that, darn it! Slam! Well, that's mildly annoying, but it's a quick fix. Alright, and brought to you by the power of blending. Yeah, for some reason this camera is having some issues, I guess. Mildly frustrating. I don't know what's going on there, but to be resolved later on. I mean, I logged into Comics Elite's feed yesterday, and basically anytime I rotated my phone, it would jump a few minutes, and I was like, that's weird. So I don't think it's just me as far as that's concerned. Put that there for a moment. Yeah, it might be because everyone's starting to do it again, but I think it really just comes down to is they're trying to, force everybody to get into those upgrade modes. At least that's my personal opinion. Is I think that's what's happening. So we'll just have to see. I'm like, oh, you should upgrade your devices, and then of course. Oh, you're not using our platform, you're using this service. First world problem stuff, but still. All right. right, and I think it's time for some yellow. I need a yellow of some kind. Where is my YO2? That'll work, I think. I am the green. All right, and now we need some darker brown. Yep, that's exactly what it is, Home Slice. The thing happened. They're like, how do we encourage everyone to utilize these other things? Blend, my beautiful creatures, blend. Put some brown in places. Some brown and orange. All right. Now we do a quick compare and contrast between the two. We go, let us see. That's not so bad. Do 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 do. Do I want to put black in the background? Honestly, not really. Honestly, if you look at my colors from last year compared to this year, let's just say I spent a lot of time practicing at this point, trying to make sure everything looked good. But thank you. And I'm still vastly, vastly not where I should be or would like to be, but I'll get there eventually. There we go. There's just a little bit something more to help separate. I like the yellow, but at the same time, like Exhibit A, just it just really helps that color pop a little more, you know? Do 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 do. Yeah, I can work with that. That'll work. Works for me. All right. One size fits all. Is that a 1mm acrylic? Why, yes, it is. The colors, the colors. I mean, technically yours is like 8 shades of color tone to it. By sheer definition, it'd be like, well, technically that's gray. It's got a little bit more purple to it. Which came first, Man Thing or Swamp Thing? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure in this case, Giant Size Man Thing came first. It's one of those things where it's like DC's got the most of them. Like technically, Darkseid became before Thanos, and a few other random things like that. But I think in this case, Man Thing was the first one. This is where the Bob Ross comes in, right? I'm just gonna put a happy little angler, little bit of dangle phrasing. I know. we like to call a wrap. All right. So, there is, let's get a little bit more light on the subject. There you be. There is our strange adventures and our amazing fantasy from earlier today. So, not too shabby. I think I will give this guy a quick spray treatment, but if Albert would hear, he would know what's the one thing I'm missing, guys. You know, one of these things has it and the other one doesn't. What am I missing after doing all this drawing? Because I have this really bad habit. What is it? I'll give it a 3 or 4 second delay here. Thanks, Tones. I appreciate it. What did I forget? What did I forget? Man, that's ridiculous. Look how smudgy that thing is. It's like not even been done on purpose. I didn't sign. Yep, there it is. Bam. 2021. Bam. There we go, guys. The Strange Adventures and Amazing Fantasy. Blam. All right. Well, we got those all rocked out. You know, as always, I appreciate you guys streaming in. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out when I'm going to start doing these streams on a regular basis as far as scheduling is concerned. And then other than that, it's just a matter of taking it from there. So, like, I got a batch right here to work on for colors after this. I got let's see, get these cameras rocking and rolling again. We got a Logan. That one's actually only black and white, so I don't have to do anything there. And then I had to let this dry. It's another something that's coming to children. Let's see. We got Apocalypse to do colors on. We have Alfred E. or Alfred P. Newman as Spawn. We have Hawkeye, of course. And then, who else? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Well, I think that's it in this batch right here to do colors on. But yeah, other than that, just the usual, trying to grind. End of the world, he didn't sign! I know, it's outrageous. Can't prove it's drawn by me, even though there's a video of me actually drawing it. I could have been faking this hand the entire time. Secretly a puppet. But I digress. Yeah. Stay tuned. And hey, if you're watching this later, you know, you want to hit those likes if you can. Feel free to share them, because those things do help. Please set the frame rate to 15 to 60 frames per second. I already did. It's trying to tell me my stuff's too slow, even though it's all at 24 frames per second. So, I appreciate it, guys. Be safe. And probably not a stream tomorrow, but maybe Monday night I'll knock one out again. So, thanks again. I appreciate it. Cheers.